Well, Democratic candidate Julian Castro says that immigrants aren't a burden to this country. They're not a luxury. They're a necessity. We have to have them, he claims, because Americans aren't having their own kids.
This is a little bit politically incorrect to say to some people, but we do need them. If we don't get this right, in 20 or 30 years, the United States is going to be begging for immigrants to come and make a youthful, vibrant workforce. We need them today more than ever before.
Well, that's not an original thought. We'd be surprised if Castro ever had one of those. Instead, it is a constant refrain. You hear it from lawmakers and journalists and economists and college professors. They tell us we need massive amounts of immigration to replace the children that Americans aren't having. For some reason, this is always taken as an immutable fact. Americans just don't want to have kids, or they can't have kids. We need more abortion to assure they don't have kids. Well, here's something that no one ever says, but it's worth suggesting. Why aren't we trying to help American citizens have kids? It's not that they don't want them. They want them. They want to be having more than they're having. According to Gallup polling, the average American wants about 3 kids in a family. That figure is actually higher than it was 30 years ago. People are more pro-children than they were. The average American woman, though, is having fewer than 2 kids. Among those who reach their 40s without having any children, more than half regret it and wish they'd had at least 1 child. So why doesn't government try to help Americans have the one thing they really want, which is children? It's not impossible. In a lot of ways they could do that. Deflate the student loan bubble, reduce housing prices so young people can actually buy a home, give big tax cuts to bigger families so that middle-class couples feel secure about having a 3rd or 4th child. Other countries do it. It's not crazy. Is there anything more important? If so, what is it? But none of this occurs to anybody in Washington. They look at an America where citizens are broke and depressed and killing themselves at record levels and therefore failing to reproduce the species, and they see only one option. Only one answer to that: import new children from Honduras and Bangladesh to satisfy the labor needs of Silicon Valley, big ag, and private equity. And by the way, if you disagree with that, you're the immoral one. Ha!